Yeah. So it's like there are people that'll just retry. And it's kind of what it's called, where they're just like bang, 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 bang. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because if you're just without thought process, without anything, you're just trying to like, okay, let's just do 30 retries in the first day or something. Don't do that because one, you're going to piss off like Visa and MasterCard. They have very clear rules where like, okay, only retry this amount, do not retry hard declines, like all these different things. Like, so first off, from like a merchant ID health, like your payments, like you don't want to mess around with like doing it too aggressively. From a customer experience side, I think there's a few nuances here. So will retrying increase chargebacks? Like we haven't seen that correlated. I think there's nuances to that though, because there's maybe like some services where like the card descriptor, like they'll retry payments, but when that payment succeeds, it's not under like the merchant. So let's say like Amazon. If your Amazon payment fails and then they're able to recover it like 2 or 3 days later, it's going to show up as a normal Amazon transaction. Like there's no loss of service. You didn't know your card failed. A lot of these can be like retried silently under the scenes. Whereas if it's, for example, like you see some other transaction that's not Amazon on that like credit card descriptor, which does happen on like certain like retry solutions, that is going to potentially like cause some flags to be raised and the customers be like, I don't recognize this. What is this chargeback kind of thing? So like you want to make sure that when you are retrying, you're retrying it like on your own account and you're actually doing it in a way that like it looks as if it's just like a continuous or a continuity of service. The other side of that I think is like, oh, the customer intentionally didn't put funds on their account and then that payment failed. And until they like actively cancel and say, hey, I do not want this anymore, and they raise their hand and actually cancel, which is why I think it's important for like not to go off on a tangent, but like the FTC one-click cancel. Like, I think that's a great idea. I think it should be very, very easy for someone to cancel whenever they don't want it. So you do want to make it easy to cancel. But like, as far as the failures and the retries, I don't think it's necessarily fair to assume like, oh, the customer doesn't want this, we're never going to retry this payment kind of thing. If that payment went through and they didn't want it, then they can go ahead and cancel it. And you can essentially know with 100% certainty that they wanted to cancel. Whereas in our data, what we see, whenever a payment is recovered, you're not getting a lot of chargebacks. You're not getting a lot of, I hate this. This is not what I wanted. They did sign up for this subscription. They are getting value out of it, generally speaking. What that tells us is that whenever we recover a transaction, we do see renewals on that transaction, whether it be 6 months or 12 months or whatever that number is.